Shoo shoo, tell you story time.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. Her skin was as white as snow, her lips as red as blood, and her hair as black as ebony. She was the kindest soul in all the land, but her stepmother, the queen, was wicked and vain. The queen owned a magic mirror, and every day she would ask, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" For years, the mirror always answered, "You, my queen, are the fairest of all." But one day, the mirror's answer changed. "My queen, you are fair, it is true, but Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you." Consumed by jealousy, the queen ordered her huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and get rid of her. But the huntsman couldn't bring himself to harm the sweet princess. He warned her to run away and never return to the castle. Terrified, Snow White ran deep into the woods. She stumbled upon a tiny cottage, the most charming little house she had ever seen. Inside, everything was small and a bit messy. 7 little chairs, 7 little plates, and 7 little beds. Exhausted, she cleaned up the cottage and then fell fast asleep across 3 of the little beds. That evening, the owners of the cottage returned from their work in the mines. They were the 7 dwarfs: Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey. They were surprised to find their home so tidy, and even more surprised to find a beautiful princess sleeping in their beds. When Snow White woke up and told them her story, the kind-hearted dwarfs invited her to stay with them, where she would be safe. Back at the castle, the queen discovered Snow White was still alive. Disguised as an old peddler woman, she traveled to the cottage and offered Snow White a beautiful but poisoned red apple. Snow White, not suspecting a thing, took one bite and fell into a deep, death-like sleep. The heartbroken dwarfs placed her in a glass coffin, unable to bear burying someone so beautiful. For a long time she lay there, until one day a prince from a neighboring kingdom came riding through the forest. He was captivated by Snow White's beauty and begged the dwarfs to let him take her back to his castle. As his men lifted the coffin, they stumbled, and the piece of poisoned apple dislodged from Snow White's throat. She awoke, and seeing the handsome prince, it was love at first sight. They were soon married, and as for the wicked queen, her vanity led to her own downfall. And Snow White and her prince lived happily ever after. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic stories.